All right, let's do this.
Slam dunk, are you ready to meet me? I'm lit and I'm riding the fast lane. Don't let me down, I'm on.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Nate Rowland. It's been amazing to see the amount of views and comments and just interactions since my last video. Really appreciate it, and it really affirms that this is something that I really enjoy doing. So I hope to keep bringing you all great content. I've got a lot of really cool upcoming videos planned, so stay tuned, and let's dive into today's topic. All right, so today we are going to talk about lighting. So a couple things to keep in mind is I'm fairly new at this still. I'm just starting to grasp some of the basic concepts of lighting, but I've realized pretty quickly how important it is to light a scene, and how, depending on what your intention is as a director or a videographer, you can drastically change the feeling or the emotion of whatever you're shooting. I kind of liken lighting a little bit to music. You got standards of what kind of is deemed as sounding good or sounding bad. These progression of chords sound really good together, or these progression of chords don't sound very good together, right? The same theory, I think, applies to lighting. Keep in mind that a lot of how you light a subject is subjective, right? So it's a matter of opinion. I think there are things that generally look good and generally don't look good, but depending on what sort of emotion or drama you're trying to evoke on a subject, that's going to vary the type of lighting that you do. Just make sure you do it intentionally. That's the key. It's like jazz. Was it a wrong note, or was it just a passing tone? Was it intentional? There's a difference there. Today we're going to talk about kind of the three most basic components of setting up a scene, called a 3-point lighting system. So that consists of 3 lights. You've got a key light, which is there. You have a rim light, and you have a hair light. When I was first looking into setting up a video studio, it's pretty intimidating when you look at all the available lighting situations online. I mean, you've got lights ranging from, under $100 to literally thousands of dollars. It can be really, really intimidating as a beginner, or if you're just starting out. I think one thing that is really helpful is to realize that you don't necessarily need the really expensive equipment to start out. Really, you just need some pretty basic components. What I'm going to show you today, I'm going to go through 3 of the lights that I own that I would consider budget friendly. So the key light that I have is the Dracast Camlux light. It's a bicolor LED light, and I actually got it for free. Well, it wasn't free because I paid for a gimbal, but B&H Photo and Video was having a special. And earlier this year, when I purchased a gimbal, they kind of threw that light in as a perk. So I got it for free, and I've been using that as my primary key light. Now, the light is only $69. It's great. The pro that I do like about it is bicolor, so you can get either warm or cool tones. Another pro that I like about it is you can either run it via battery power or 12 volt input, which is nice. It is maybe a little bit hard to diffuse, which is why you want to make sure, especially with your key light, you typically have some sort of diffusion method, either an umbrella or something else. But that's the light that I use as my key light, and so far it's been working out pretty well. All right, so the next light I want to talk about is, I think, one of the biggest kind of bang for your buck lights out there right now. It's the Aperture M9. It's the hair light. It's kind of off to the side there, that's casting just a little outline there. And this light is only $45. It's super small, it's super portable, doesn't have a ton of battery life to it. I think you could probably eke out maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It does come with some pretty basic gels. It's got a warm gel and a cool gel, and a magnetic diffuser on the top, which is kind of nice. The con that I have about that light is battery life, and it's not bicolor. So it really only has the one stock color to it. You can throw some gels on there if you want, but you don't really have the flexibility of changing the LEDs either warm or cool. But if you're looking for that little extra dash of light on a subject that you need, that's super portable, super inexpensive, pick up a couple of those because they are very, very versatile. Also, if you're looking to light a studio and you just need to throw a couple really small lights behind a plant or behind a camera lens, something to kind of backlight it, that's a great option. All right, so the last light, the rim light, it's not really set up as a rim light. It's right over there. It's kind of just adding a little bit of color over there, but the last light that I want to talk about is probably hands down, and you've probably seen reviews about this light, hands down my favorite light, and I think the value that you get out of a price tag of just $149 is kind of insane. So this light is the Aperture Mx Light, and the thing is just absolutely built like a tank. It's solid metal on the outside. It's bicolor. You can change either the warmth or the coolness and blend the two. You can also throw it into boost mode if you ever need to really intensely lighten a subject. Or it's great as a flashlight. And it's got a magnetic face, so you can throw on a variety of colors if you'd like. And what's also nice is that it charges via USB-C, which is great. I think the MX, hands down, is probably one of the best portable lights out there. It's super versatile. You can use it as a rim light, you can use it as a hair light, you can even use it as a key light if you want. It has a stepped dimming function, and it's got some portable diffusers that will magnetize to the top of it. If you have that paired with a simple umbrella, you can definitely use it as a key light. So altogether, those lights and their costs, I think they add up to $263. $263 is a fraction of most of the high-end professional lights that you'll get out there on the market. I think it's amazing that you can get a decent lighting setup for around 250 bucks. I know there's videos out there that have budget lighting for under $100, which is amazing. So really all that means is you have options. There are plenty of options out there. Don't get too intimidated when you start looking for upping your lighting game and you just see, you know, hundreds of dollars worth of lights out there, thousands of dollars worth of lights out there. Don't worry about that, because you can do a lot with a very simple setup. One last thing to keep in mind when you're completing a lighting setup is be aware of the space that you're shooting in. Be aware of the environment, be aware of the room, because the light is going to reflect and refract different ways depending on the walls, the windows, the foam that's around you. Keep the coffee coming. All right, thanks for watching. I hope this was useful to you. I hope this was helpful. And I hope it showed just how easy it is to take your lighting game to the next level. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate the support. Be sure to leave a comment down below. I want to be as interactive with you all as possible. So if you leave a comment, I promise I will get to it. I promise I will respond to it. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.